welcome to this week's vlog. We have come to Casa Paradisu. Oh my goodness, this place is amazing. So this property is also with Corsican Places. It's a 5-star hotel which is near where our villa is in L'Ile Rousse. It is just dreamy. It's absolutely stunning. If you are looking for a luxury hotel, there's only 17 rooms. The staff could not be more friendly and welcoming, and they basically, anything is possible here, is what the manager said when he was taking our lunch order and the children were asking. He was like, we have a French chef who has a big smile on his face and he is happy to do whatever you want. I mean, amazing. I mean, this place is dreamy. There's access to the beach from the hotel, and I don't think that many other people can access it, but there are so many little kind of areas where you can just take yourself away, hide away, relax, recharge. The location is dreamy. I'm going to turn you around and just share with you a few beautiful bits. It's still quite windy. It's about, well, we've had 50-mile-an-hour winds for the last kind of 15 hours or so. So it's quite stormy, but I'm going to turn you around and share this beautiful place with you. I've just come down to the beach here and it is really tranquil and beautiful. There's a few villas up over there, but I don't think many people can access it, so it really is pretty tucked away and secluded. Si just said to me that he thinks this is one of the loveliest little hotels he's ever been to. It has been the most wonderful couple of hours. Such a delicious lunch. Oh my goodness, the food. It's just to die for. So good. I did have to have a chocolate brownie for pudding. I did share it. Wow, incredible. I had prawn ceviche and quinoa for my main course. So, really delicious and a healthier option. They make their own ketchup here. They make their own mayo here. This place is honestly unbelievable. Gus and I've just had, he's my photographer. He's so good. He's so sweet. He just got quite wet on the beach, and actually a wave caught me out. I've got slightly wet feet and my dress is dried off in the breeze. We've just had a real giggle down on the beach having a photo shoot. He's such a tip boy, and he's really artistic. It's like, no, Mum, I think you should sit here and let's just do it this way and don't smile like that, etc, etc. There are some people, so I'll chat to you later. It is our final day here in Corsica and the wind has settled down. It was over 50 miles an hour, so it was quite difficult to share anything with you outside because it was pretty windy and pretty wild. But yesterday, after our amazing lunch, that hotel is just dreamy. The food, the staff, everything was just incredible. I have to say, the food here in Corsica has really surprised me. It's been amazing. We have eaten so well, a little bit too well to be perfectly honest. It's just been really delicious. Great food, great service, and slightly different things. Like on Gus's birthday, the crab roll that I had, it was a brioche roll with crab and like a limey avocado sauce dressing. It tasted really light. Probably wasn't. It was just dreamy. It was so delicious. Lime and avocado is a match made in heaven. I will definitely be creating some recipes at home with limey avocado sort of salsa, whatever. So good. But yes, the wind has settled. We are actually heading to the beach this morning because we're hoping that there's going to be some surf for Archie. I don't think the waves are going to be anything great, but he might just have a little bit of fun. You can hire some surfboards down there. So that's what we thought we would go and do, and have a little bit more of an explore of a slightly different area. We actually went there on the first day, on the day we arrived. We headed to that beach. It's on the way between the airport and where we are. So we're going to go there. We just had lunch and drove on over here. We didn't kind of check out the beach properly, but that's where you can rent surfboards and have a little surf. Yesterday afternoon after lunch, this spot is really sheltered around here. As you can see, there's walls all around. So actually, whilst it was quite windy, we did use the pool and relax out here, reading my book, which I'm thoroughly enjoying, and just a chance to unwind a little bit and relax, which is what holidays are about, as well as exploring and sightseeing. But we have had such a wonderful time here. It's been really fun. Gus had a lovely birthday. I actually took him into town last night to get takeaway sushi. He loves sushi, and he spotted a sushi bar, so he said, please, can we go and get some sushi? So I drove him down there. It's about a 10-minute drive. The roads are quite windy and twisty, but it's only about 10 minutes. We're just up on the mountain with the most amazing views from up here. So we had sushi and sort of like a picky supper because we'd had such a wonderful lunch. But I thought I'd share with you my dress for today. It's an old favourite from Jules, and it's just so easy to kind of throw on, pop it on over a bikini, what have you, and yeah, just a really easy kind of light dress. It doesn't matter if it gets a bit scrunched up when you're traveling or what have you. So I've thrown this on, and we are going to head to the beach and see if we can find some waves. Sure. You need to get your baguettes there. Well, this is rather lovely. So I just said to me, when was the last time it was just you and I on a beach together without being interrupted? It's been a long time. The kids are out in the sea, and Gus at the moment is letting me share content of him online. The others aren't. So it's quite tricky being on a family holiday, not being able to share much of family with you all. But anyway, they are having fun out there. Archer's got a surfboard, he is a happy boy, and Gus is currently standing up on a paddleboard straight in front of me. I have got my book with me here somewhere. There it is, in my bag. Where is it? Here. I'm reading, I don't even know what it's called. Hang on a minute. A Charmed Life. Growing Up in Macbeth's Castle. It's by Lisa Campbell, and she grew up at Cathedral Castle. Well, she was born at Cathedral Castle. She was the last ever Campbell to be born at Cathedral. I don't know whether there will be in the future, but I don't think so. And it's lovely reading her books, fascinating. It's really beautifully written, and I'm really enjoying it. But for now, we just got a good wave. I'm going to watch the children and chat to my husband who is beside me. Si and I have just come for a little explore around our town. I've been meaning to do this for a few days, but because it was windy, I have left it till now. So we're having an explore this afternoon, and we had a wonderful, wonderful time on the beach. The weather was perfect. The surf was great. We had a delicious lunch. I have to say the puddings here, they're just too good. Gus and I shared a cookie. It was like a sort of cookie biscuity, it's quite difficult to describe, but a sort of baked cookie. But Gus said it was a little bit like sticky toffee pudding with ice cream and caramel sauce. Oh wow, it was seriously good. Enjoying all the food here, but it's just too tempting and too delicious. But I'm gonna share some pretty little bits of this little village that we're in. We're going to the local again this evening for supper. They've got live music, so it should be a jolly evening and a lovely way to end our time here in Corsica. The drive to the beach this morning was absolutely breathtaking. We took a different route. We use Waze, and Waze is just brilliant. It works with Apple CarPlay. We've got Simon's phone rigged up to the car, so it's really handy, and it took us the most scenic, beautiful route. Look how pretty it is, the church behind me. Sorry, I'm walking up a hill. It took us the most beautiful scenic route. The vista was just stunning. We stopped a couple of times on the road to take pictures. We're growing the veg. Got courgettes here. This is like somebody's back garden. I know, look, they've got lettuces and I think chilies in there. They've got tomatoes in here. It's amazing. This is literally their kitchen garden. There is a sign to take us through this way. So we're following a sign. We're not just wandering. Look at these little streets.
Go up here.
Go up here?
Yeah.
It was lovely wandering around the little tiny streets. We've now come up to this sort of car park area and little square. The view's just amazing. There's a restaurant over here in the corner, I'll show you. This is what we saw the other day. I think they've got like pallets that they've turned into tables. It literally is just someone's house. That's a little restaurant up here. It might be a shop as well. It might be what there's a signpost to. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. It's just so remarkable. There's a little church here, 1836. Just there you can see. Little church. There's quite a few churches in this area. They're packed in quite neatly. I don't know if you can see the cross on the top up there. But it's just fascinating. I'd love to know more about the history. I wish my French was better, to be perfectly honest. My French is terrible. But there's probably 5 churches just in this tiny little kind of area here. There's a bit of construction going on and various things. But it's fascinating. So we are walking up to the local restaurant for our final supper here in Corsica. I'm feeling rested, recharged. This is just what we all needed. It has been a really, really wonderful trip here. I've put my favourite me and Em dress on. They do have, I've had so many questions about this dress. They do have a similar one this year. I bought this last year. I absolutely love it. And I put it with my little Coco Prince jacket because the evenings are a little bit chilly. I've also got my pashmina and we are going to go and have a lovely final supper. We've got the playing cards and it's just wonderful to be here. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed what I've shared of Corsica with you. It's such a magical place. I love it here and I will definitely be coming back. But now it is time to, and it's not that busy, this is a local, and look, they've got, look at that. They hugged us when we left last time we were here. They've got all of these wonderful produce that are homemade, and I might be able to show you the view. Let's hope I can. Anyway, I'm going to turn you around, stop talking because people really will think I'm weird.
On 10. He's playing. 2 times.
What?
Good morning. We are just getting packed up, ready to head off. One great thing about the flight times is they're totally civilized, so we didn't have to get up ridiculously early. I think we're going to leave here at about 10:15. Sai and the boys are just doing all the rubbish and the recycling. But I wanted to share with you quickly before we leave that this villa and the villa next door are both owned or run by Corsican Places. So if there was a huge group of you, you could have this one and next door. I think next door sleeps 12 and it's part of their like premium luxury range. You can see it's absolutely beautiful. The positive of ours is while it was windy, our pool area was really sheltered so we could be out there and enjoy it without being blown away, whereas I think next door was quite windy. But they've got a big villa, really big villa, and it looks really beautiful. I think it's top of the range one, but I'm going to turn you around and share with you what I can without being rude. I can see somebody just out of the corner of my eye. I think they're getting packed up as well. So this is our lovely pool area, and then this is the villa next door, and they've got like this big car parking area here. Their pool's down over there, and it's a really lovely big villa. So there's the option of this one and the one next door, or having them both together. Yesterday when we headed off to the beach, we actually went out that way, and that is the most beautiful hillside little village. It's absolutely stunning over there and the views are phenomenal. It's just so wonderful exploring. I mean, look at those views up there. Let's zoom out a little bit. And we had a really fun evening last night. It was such a fun evening. Next door at, it's Auberge, I can't remember its name. I'll leave it linked on the screen, but it was just really lovely. Anyway, we're going to make some sandwiches for our journey. Got a little bit more tidying and a little bit more sorting, but we've got an hour, so I'm actually feeling quite organised and quite under control, which is a good feeling. I've just propped you up there for a moment and thought I would share with you this top tip. So in the middle of the night, one of the children woke me up with terrible earache. So I gave them some paracetamol, but I also warmed some olive oil and some cotton wool, and I just dipped the cotton wool into the warm olive oil and popped it into their ear. Not pushed it in, just gently, really lightly popped it in there. And they've done a lot of swimming, they've been underwater a lot, and it has, affected their ears. And the last thing you want is to have sore ears when you're flying. So warm olive oil. Now, if I'd been at home, I didn't have, and it was like 4 a.m. The sun was about to start rising. And I hadn't slept very well. When you're, I don't know if you're the same, like I've really relaxed, I've really unwound here. However, last night my mind was whirring of all the things I have to do when I get home. So I didn't sleep very well, and then I was woken up by literally, I think I just got back into like a decent sleep, and this person was beside me saying, "Mommy, my ear hurts." So I did the olive oil trick. Now, if I'd been at home, I would have put a clove of garlic in with some olive oil and just warmed it on the Aga. But I didn't have any garlic. I had a shallot, but at 4 a.m. I wasn't going to chop a shallot up. But it works wonders. They've woken up this morning, the ear is feeling fine. So it's a really, really good hack. My grandmother used to do it. I don't know if it's a homeopathic thing. Let me know in the comments down below if you've heard of it, but it works really, really well. I've only ever tried it with olive oil, but I think it just loosens things, maybe takes the pressure off the eardrum or whatever. We've got another child that has had grommets and adenoids and all of those things and suffers with their ears, and I do the olive oil probably once a month, and I've been meaning to share it with you, but always forget. I just saw this sitting on the side. I'm about to clear up the kitchen and put things away, and I thought, oh, I must share that with you. I'm also wearing my C'est la vie t-shirt, which I will leave linked down below because there is still time to, this t-shirt's raising money. £5 of every sale is going to the Spinal Injury Association. My lovely friend Jackie Pond is fundraising for them. She suffered a really nasty domestic fall at home and broke, I can't remember, her C4 and 5, and you know, she was in a bad way. She is a remarkable woman and such a lovely lady, and so I will leave these linked down below. I just think it's a great t-shirt, such a lovely t-shirt, and great to raise money for charity as well. Right, enough prattling on, I've got things to do. And we are home. A beautiful, beautiful sunny England. It hasn't been a great week, but I think we brought the sun back with us. I don't know if you can see my tyre. We've literally just got back and brought the bags in. I'm just letting the dogs out and thought I would chat to you, but it's lovely to be home. It's been quite a long journey, but only because Arch has gone back to school, and so we had to go from one airport, from Stansted to Heathrow. Thank goodness his flight was delayed and he made it just. So I had to kind of queue barge and get him to the front of the queue. He just got his flight. So because we took the electric car, we actually did, I'm going to talk to you properly about this probably tomorrow, but we did valet car parking at Stansted. Unfortunately, they said that they could charge the car, and then during the week they said that they couldn't, which is a bit annoying. They don't offer that service. Anyhow, so we only had like 70 miles of battery, so we had to go and charge it at a rapid charge to get to Heathrow. So we were cutting it to the wire, and I don't think our flight was delayed, but the bags took a little bit of time to come through at Stansted. So we went out of Stansted as swiftly, sorry, the light's crazy. We went out of Stansted as quickly as we thought we were going to be. So anyhow, he made it. He has got his flight. He's heading back to school. We are home. Everything is looking beautiful. I just showed you the roses quickly behind me. They need deadheading. Here's little Penny. Come on, Pen. Come on. Come and say hello to everybody. She is. Here she is, my girl. You're so little. We're on the floor. Here she is. Oh, darling, I've missed you. I've missed you. And Tess is coming over too. Where's Tess? Oh, there she is. Where is Penny? Pen? Pen, where are you, darling? I don't know where she is, but anyway, I am going to go and get the washing machine on. I'm going to chat to you all tomorrow, but also I have to show you these roses because these are looking absolutely magnificent. Look at those. I need to do some flower arrangements with them. They are so beautiful. Anyway, I'm hiccuping. Right, there's lots that needs to be done. Coco is also starting a new school tomorrow. She's unexpectedly changed school. That has been another stress that has been going on behind the scenes in my life. And yes, so I also have a uniform arrived while we were away. Well, some of it arrived just before we went. I did some name taping of her main school uniform. Her sports kit arrived while we were away. She has just done a really quick try on. So I just need to name that quickly tonight, and she's got to be there at 8:20 tomorrow, but it's much closer to home, and so it's an easy journey. So that is good. There's positives. Anyhow, I'll chat to you all tomorrow now. I've got Charlie in
Hi,
the
everybody.
house. Charlie is my wonderful, wonderful friend who I call on when we have a ridiculous amount of cooking to do. How many sausage rolls have we made, Charlie?
Approximately 100.
And how many quiches?
7 quiches.
7 quiches. He's my right hand man and has been for like years.
Yeah, since what, about 2009?
Yeah,
10?
it's when I first met Charlie.
Yeah.
And
years
you were
ago.
like a young student whizzing around the country lanes in your mini. And Charlie's been my dear friend ever since. And we've done numerous catering jobs together. And when I knew that I had this lunch in London, I was like, Charlie, can we have a few hours today and tomorrow if you'll help? It's been more than a few hours. We've had a marathon. We've broken the back of it today. Salads tomorrow. We've got lots of there's one quiche cooling there,
One in the oven.
and 2 lots of sausage rolls still in the oven, and then we're done for today. But it's been action stations, and it's so nice. Charlie and I, because we've done quite a lot. Pre-COVID, we did catering jobs
Loads.
in London
We
together.
were backwards and forwards sort of weekly, weren't we?
Yeah, we were cooking for PR nights for like fashion brands. Did like pop-up press nights to launch their new collection or whatever, and we did the dinner
In stores.
in pop-up shops in the basement or like in the warehouse next door with no sink, no tables, nothing.
Just ovens that came in,
Yeah.
carried downstairs.
Well, remember, did that first one, did we even have an oven? We
Yeah,
had a trestle table that collapsed with the key lime
No.
pies and we almost went splat.
The first one we didn't have an oven. No, we did have one on both actually. The
Okay.
warehouse we had one in, definitely.
Yes, that was a bit more luxurious.
That had a lot more space.
But we didn't have a sink.
No, never had a sink.
Like a hand sink, so we could wash our hands.
It was a well-oiled
They're not
machine.
We're going to wash up. So we have had a lot of fun over the years. So the oven's worry. I've got the electric module, and that the dishwasher is on. The dogs have been banished out of the house because we're cooking, and it's all health and hygiene here. But it's been full on in the kitchen, so that is why I haven't spoken to you yet today. But I will do later properly. When I take the dogs for a walk, we'll have a better catch up. Charlie, thank you for being the bestest friend. And also, what's been best about having Charlie is we've had a really good gossip for like the last 4 hours.
Yeah.
Really good catch up, so there's lots of perks.
So loads of facts.
Charlie has just left. I've just taken the dogs out. The kitchen is back under control. The washing is hanging in its usual place. The horses are fine, although I do need 2 days worth of mucking out to do. The hens are happy, and I have just got the post in and got the most beautiful card. This is from one of my members, my members club, and I'm going to share this quote with you because I thought it was really, really special, and her card is just so beautiful. So we have our monthly Zooms with our members club, and I've shared a lot of what's going on behind the scenes with them, and they have been really hugely supportive. And Kate has sent me this, but this quote's so fabulous. It's by Eleanor Roosevelt. A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she gets in hot water. And I just think that is amazing. You have this, my friend. Put your lipstick on and your shoulders back. So kind, so kind. And she said, I hope Coco's first week goes well. And Coco's first day yesterday went well at her new school, which is excellent. She went in very happy this morning, so I think we have made the right decision. It's never easy when children aren't happy and it's not working out, but I feel I've got a good gut feeling about this, and so that is excellent. And Kate sent me these beautiful flowers in this box. They're so clever, bloom and wild. So I need to get these into some water and arrange them, which I'm going to do quickly now. And then so Santana's been on a little bit of a holiday, and while she was on holiday I've had her saddle reflocked, so I need to go and pick that up this afternoon. And then this evening Simon and I are going to Chichester Flower Festival, so I feel like we've got back from our holiday and literally hit the ground running. A catering job in London for 60 people on Thursday, but it was so nice to have Charlie here in the kitchen helping me. He is such a dear friend, and Di is his mum. That's the connection. And I talk a lot about Di because Di's him more than Charlie. Charlie is super busy. He's doing all sorts of amazing things. But I booked him in a little while ago and said, Charlie, could you come and help me in the kitchen? Because it's just more fun with somebody else too. And we work really well together because we've worked together for so many years. We've had so many fun adventures. And he came up with me to see Dad before Christmas when Dad wasn't very well. And, he's just one of those friends. And I think, I hope that I am the same for him. If there's ever a problem, we can just phone one another and say help, and we will drop whatever it is and go and help each other. And I think you need to have some wonderful friends like that in your life, that you know that if your back's up against it or whatever, you can pick up the phone, and if they can help, they will. And Charlie is that friend. But I'm going to stop waffling and arrange these beautiful blooms. How beautiful do they look? The hugest thank you, Kate, for sending them to me. They have really, really brightened up my day, no end. So sweet and kind and thoughtful of you. Gorgeous card. I'm going to pop them over here and enjoy them. I picked up the saddle. I've popped into Petworth. I'm not supposed to be in here. I'm supposed to be in Austin's next door, but this shop is always just the best. It has the most beautiful furniture, bits and pieces, all that beautiful blue china, these green things, not even sure what they're for, caught my eye in the shop window and enticed me in because it's just such a great shop. Maggie and Boo, I love it. I love it. You probably recognise couple of throws that we have here that I have bought previously, but I just thought while I was in Petworth it would be rude not to pop in, wouldn't it, to one of my favourite little shops. Anyway, I need to head into Austin's and buy Tupperwares, which is less exciting than looking at beautiful things in here. I've done a quick change and I'm ready to go to the preview of the Flower Festival at Chichester Cathedral. Si and I love Chichester Cathedral, and my handsome husband, darling, that's your cue, has put a suit on. Come on, don't be shy. Here he is.
Ready to go?
Ready to go. I thought I'd quickly talk you through my outfit. I am taking this little beauty. I was hoping that she might come out to play in Corsica, but she didn't because it was quite cash out
What
there.
are you talking about?
My handbag.
Oh, I see.
Isn't she beautiful? So the outfit is, you can't really see and you're slightly on the wonk. I'm sorry. I'm rushing because we had to do the school run. I'm wearing these shoes, which are old, pretty ballerina, but they're called pretty loafers. I have had them for about, I don't know, 15 years. Navy trousers, and then this blouse is the one that I bought at Babington recently, Diane, the label. I just thought it was lovely. The weather is pretty iffy, and I thought this bag just tied in nicely. And then I've got this, which way around does it go? Other way. This again, it's probably older than Gus. It's just a favourite wrap. And that is my look to go to a lovely preview evening at Chichester Cathedral with my husband. We've got to fly. I'm going to actually chat to you in the car because I want to question Simon about Corsica so you can hear his opinion on our holiday. Simon distracted me when I was talking to you about the handbag, saying, what on earth are you talking about? This one is from the Chestnut collection and I think it's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, that's my handbag because I know that some of you will probably say, Charlie, where's your handbag from? Now, I'm going to ask, oh, I can't hold the camera there and I haven't got my thingy-my-bob, so we're going to just hold it like this. Darling, I'm going to ask you questions while you're driving. Concentrate on the road rather than looking at me. Yeah.
I can talk and drive at the same time.
I know you can talk and drive, but I don't want you looking. Oh,
but
hold
I can't
on.
run over a cyclist.
Hang on a minute.
I
Backward.
to run off here.
The cyclist survived. The reason why I said to say look at the road, not at me, is because I'm always saying, so bossy, aren't I, darling? I'm always saying, look at the camera, darling. Look at the camera. Don't look at the camera now. Look at the road. Right. I'm going to ask you questions about our holiday. How was the airport experience at Stansted?
Shall I mark everything out of 10?
You can.
Yeah, no, Stansted was really good actually. I was very impressed. I was sort of slightly, not overly looking forward to getting up very early and going up there, but actually it was all very straightforward, apart from the fact, of course, we had the messing around with the cars and the puncher and all the rest of it.
It's a bit bumpy.
So we just had to repack the bags and squeeze into Italy.
Into
But
here.
no, I thought
The
Stansted
valet
worked well.
parking was great, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The check-in at Corsica Places
was really good.
was really good.
Yeah.
Wasn't Alan a legend?
Yes, absolutely.
And that new security,
Yes,
effortless.
just started.
And how was the plane?
Well, I was really impressed with the plane. It was.
Simon wanted me to vlog on the plane to talk to you all about the seats. What were the seats like, darling?
Well, rather than 3 configurations of 2 rows of 3, I'm going to sound really boring. I don't stand around at Heathrow Airport spotting planes, but rather than rather than 2 configurations of 3, it was just 2 and 2. So it was sort of really
It's very
comfortable.
civilised.
And I felt the
You
seats
didn't
were.
have to climb over people.
No.
And there was
The
enough
seats were
space
slightly wider, I think.
for Gus to climb over me to go to the loo without me having to
Yeah, it
move,
was-
without him sitting on my lap. I mean, it was really,
It was sort
really
of getting
civilised.
close to a sort of world traveller seat on a long haul flight. It was I was really impressed actually.
Yeah. And how was it at the other end?
A nice little sandwich.
A nice little
something to
sandwich
drink.
and sandwich drink.
Yes.
How was
Malted
Calvi?
bread with mayonnaise, cheese and ham. I remember it well.
How was Calvi Airport?
Well, I love those sorts of airports. I just love getting off at a small airport. You've got that sort of whoosh of Mediterranean air. You look up at the mountains, sun shining, and you go down some steps, and you actually are on the apron, so you're in with the aircraft, and you get that whole sense of travel and having arrived somewhere. So it's just my sort of airport, rather than the trudging down endless sort of mindless.
Yeah, you don't have to
corridors
walk
and-
for 10 miles before you get to passport control. It's just there. Very civilised. You get your bag, you come out straight to car hire, and then you just sort of cross over through the car park, Across
And
the
of course
road,
you've got
and then you've got the car hire.
And then you've got a nice Corsican passport control who stamp your passport.
You like
One of
getting
the
a
few
stamp, don't
bonuses
you?
of Brexit, I suspect, that we're all going to go back and have stamped
Collection of
passports.
stamps.
And then we can see how, you can look back on them in 10 years and see how international we've all been.
Yes.
And my
yes.
passport's already filling up with stamps from all sorts of
I know, mine
places.
is too. Right, hang on a minute. I'll be back with you. My arm's aching and we're at traffic lights. Okay, and how was getting the hire car experience and collecting the car and all of that jazz?
Well, I think that went really well, and I mean, I'm not just saying this, but I think we all sort of kind of slightly dread sometimes, the sort of not the destination, but the getting to and the getting back from on sort of on holidays. But I've got to say, as I said at the time, I was really impressed just how smoothly the whole thing went. The hire car was very easy, very nice. Girls doing the check-in, very
really
friendly.
civilised, wasn't it?
I mean, and then all we had to do was, obviously, I'm sure you mentioned that the Corsican Places team there, but
Yeah, they were excellent. They were so helpful.
they were great, and then all we had to do was just sort of wander out of the airport and
Get the
across
car.
the road and pick up the car. It was just, it just really couldn't have been easier, really.
Yeah, it was very, very civilised. Now, what was your favourite thing about the holiday?
My favourite thing about the holiday.
Favourite place we went?
I don't know. I loved the sort of antiquity of the villages up in the hills,
Mountains,
the mountains. The beaches were wonderful. What we saw, and I think we only barely touched the size, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
there's
would
so
very
much.
much like to
So
go
I
back.
said, what did you say when we were leaving?
Well, normally,
Can you remember
when
what you said?
Yeah, normally when, to be honest, when I've had a week away, I'm kind of ready to go back to stuff. And I said, actually, you know what? I can really spend another week here happily, and maybe even
Go to a
explore,
different area.
Go to a different area in the island, because
Like, go down south for a
Yeah.
week and spend a week down there before
Because
heading
I
back.
think it's all-
I think we both felt like that.
yeah, it's all very, very different. And then you've got the northern end, which I think is very spectacular, and there's real wilderness.
It's
there.
very, very unspoiled. I don't know if the south is so unspoiled.
The
It'd be interesting
foreign
to see.
legion go and train there. It's a wilderness, and I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that sort of sort of spectacular scenery, and then the snow meltwater coming down the extraordinary. No, certainly didn't
That was
expect snow.
amazing, wasn't
And the
it?
snow meltwater coming down the gorge and the ravine where we
It
had
was
lunch.
so
and
picturesque.
I think did the boys went in the water, didn't they?
The boys went in the water there. We didn't brave the water there, but we swam in the sea, which initially was like a little bit chilly because it's still early in the season. But once you were in, it was amazing, wasn't it? We had great
Yeah,
fun.
it was really, and there's nothing.
Sorry, we're bumping
Yeah.
around. I don't have a tripod in the car.
There is
so I'm
nothing
just
like
holding it.
the Mediterranean. It's just, but there, rather than perhaps being on some of the mainlands in southern France or perhaps some of the other parts of the Mediterranean. I mean, it was really lovely and crystal clear water.
Yeah, it was. And the beaches were really, really clean, which was lovely to see. And what did you think about the food? Because we know you're a bit of a foodie.
Yeah, and I thought the food was really good. I liked the Corsican cheeses. They're quite well known for their different types of cheese there.
Where was your favourite meal?
Well, I've got to say that I thought the little sort of auberge, which was
By the hotel?
by the hotel,
By the villa, even.
Yes, when we had a sort of Côte de Boeuf there. Which
We
they
ate
cooked
there
on the-
twice.
which they
And
cooked
she
on the
was
barbecue.
so lovely, wasn't she?
Yeah.
It was husband and wife team, and it was lovely. And
That was
simple,
pretty special, wasn't it?
but really special.
But the restaurant by the waterfalls and down there was lovely, and then of course the hotel that we went to, I can't remember.
Paradisu, Casa Paradisu. That was amazing. Amazing
That
food.
was really sort of rather.
And then
rather
I
special
really
food.
enjoyed the last meal that we had. That pudding that I had, the cookie thing, I will dream about for years. I'm putting a picture picture of it on the screen right here. So delicious.
Well, where we had lunch.
Well, we had lunch on Saturday.
Yes.
That was
Archie
a
was
real
surfing.
treat. Archie surfing, Gus was paddle boarding, and we had a swim, and it was really good.
And I think the food was rather, like I said, unlike sort of northern France or Belgium or whatever, where you tend to get food which is perhaps a little bit heavier with the sauces. Everything was really nicely grilled or barbecued.
Yeah, that crab roll that I had on Gus's birthday, that was so delicious. I'm going to try and recreate the avocado paste. I want to call it avocado paste.
But then, of course, if you don't want to
good.
go out, and we didn't all the time by a long way, you've got
the villa,
grape shopping, and you've also got a wonderful Leclerc. And Leclerc.
So we cooked once a day, sometimes twice a day, and it was mainly kind of picky easy suppers. You made sandwiches on the way home, which was a real treat. There's not very much at Calvi Airport, so and we were warned that there wasn't very much there, and we had baguettes left over that we bought the evening before, and we made ham and cheese and salami rolls, and they were delicious. And actually, because we had to come home via
with a light
Heathrow,
drizzle of Amora mayonnaise, which is a very good sort of French mayonnaise with a little bit of mustard in it.
It's so delicious.
And some cucumber.
That was a real treat having that. I think actually it's just such, my mother always used to say, and I used to say, oh, stop it, mummy. She always used to say, take a packed lunch with you. But actually it is a really good idea. And we just had some nuts and some crisps and some snacky bits and some drinks and our sandwiches, which was lovely. Anyway, my arm is really aching now. I now need to chat to my husband about some other things, but I hope that you have enjoyed me interviewing Si about his thoughts on our trip to Corsica, and I'm going to show you around the Flower Festival and share with you as much as I possibly can.
Thank everybody, there's too many of you, but they are all listed in this extraordinary program. Now, when I was reflecting on all the names here, and tomorrow, and going to the press, make this.
Well, that was a thoroughly lovely evening. Si has gone to get the car, and after I went and saw all of the flowers, there's a marquee full of shops. I did just buy some socks for Si and I, which I'll share with you later. It was a little bit difficult to film in there. There were lots and lots of people, and you wouldn't really have enjoyed what I filmed, so I just filmed the socks. But anyway, I will chat to you now probably tomorrow, because when I get home I need to sort children and do all of that. But it has been such a lovely evening, and I can't wait to share the footage with you now of the Flower Festival, because it was really, really beautiful. And lots of amazing flowers. You just sort of expected fairies to pop out. It was really, really beautiful, but people are going to give me weird looks now, so I'll chat to you tomorrow. Good morning. We had such a lovely, lovely evening at Chichester Cathedral last night. It was amazing, and I was just getting ready for the day, and I thought, before I properly get dressed for day 2 cookathon, I need to go and do the food shop first, and then Charlie's joining me, and we're just going to blitz out the cooking, because then I have 3 days worth of mucking out to do, and Gus has a cricket match this afternoon and he is in the firsts, which is very, very exciting for him, so I've got to be there to watch cricket, so I'm on a mission today. But I wanted to share with you what I bought in Corsica. So this is the first dress. I just think the colours are so pretty. It's got this little bit of gold, and this was from, on our last day, we were on the beach, the boys were in the water doing water sports and what have you, and Si said to me, darling, there's a really lovely market stall over there with some beautiful dresses, why don't you go and have a look? So of course I did go and have a look, and I spotted this one and another one which I will pop on in a minute. So I didn't try them on, it was literally on the side of the road. This was €25 and I think it's just beautiful. It's long, it's to my ankles, and I like if it's going to be long, I actually prefer it to be long. And I just think it's gorgeous. It's so sort of light and easy to wear. We have got a couple more holidays. This is such a spoiling year for holidays. We've got a trip to France and we have a trip to Turkey. So I think this is going to be really useful for both of those. Just really pretty. But also it's a dress that I will wear here in England a lot as well. I think it's one of those dresses that can be holiday but can be home. Whereas the other dresses I'm showing you are very much holiday. I thought this would just be really, really versatile, and for €25 I thought, why not? And then this is the other dress that I just think is so beautiful. Look at that, just glorious. I don't know if my bra is sticking out of the back, but I just love it. I love the fact that you can actually wear a bra. I'd probably wear a strapless one or something, but just such a pretty dress. It doesn't have pockets, but for €25, a sort of lovely, light, floaty dress on holiday, I thought was perfect. Another little swish for you. So those are my two market dresses. I am really pleased with them, you can probably tell. And then I just got this little green number, which again, it needs ironing. I'm not going to iron it now because I don't have time, but I'm going to pop it on. And again, I thought for Turkey it would be amazing. The weather in Turkey last time we went, which was a few years ago, it was so hot that light and floaty is totally essential. So let's pop that one on. Okay, it would look better if it had had an iron or a steam, but this is the other dress and it's just on the knee. It's a really pretty length and just really easy to throw on. It was €60. So again, I could wear this in the evening, I could dress it up, but I could also just use it as like a beach cover up and throw it on over my bikini and, you know, head off to lunch or something. So I just thought a really kind of easy, lightweight, versatile dress to throw on. Quite a lot of my summer wardrobe, I feel like it's a bit too young for me now. It's things I bought in my 20s and maybe mid-40. It's time to be a little bit more conservative on holiday. I've got some sort of tight, slinky little numbers, which are probably better suited to my daughter. Not that I think we should dress for our age, we should dress for how we feel, but I feel better in something that is this sort of length. Like I have got my other orally navy dress, but that's got long sleeves and that's probably a bit shorter, but actually, particularly with my broken leg and my scars, I don't feel that comfy exposing too much of it, whereas this length I think is perfect, and this is just a really easy dress to throw on. Now I need to get dressed. I need to head to the supermarket and do a food shop. I could tell you a funny story, but not while I'm bending down sharing my boobs with you. So let me get changed and then I'll chat to you. Right, this is my outfit for today. This skirt is from Marks and Spencer's and I love it. It's just a really simple, easy denim skirt to throw on. I'm wearing it with my Salthouse loafers. Now, these are the ones I absolutely live in. I also have this pair, which are my smarter pair. These are back in stock and I've got a discount code Charlie Gray for you to get 10% off. So I will leave that linked here and in the description down below, because don't hang around, don't and ah about them. They go out of stock very quickly. They are so popular and I absolutely adore them. They are very, very comfortable. So this is a L'Ile collection blouse. I think it's so pretty. I love L'Ile collection things. With that, and then just a navy cardigan because I probably will get cold in the fridge aisle. The weather, it's kind of sunny, kind of cloudy, could go either way today. And then this is just perfect for cricket, although I'm not sure I can muck out the horses in this outfit, so I may need to change, but we will see. But the funny story I wanted to share with you. I was in Tesco's on Monday. I didn't vlog on Monday. I filmed a YouTube video and I was just playing catch up after our holiday. And I actually didn't have a particularly good day either because my tyre, we took it in at 8 in the morning to get it fixed. It wasn't ready till 5. There was a communication misunderstanding between myself, my husband and the garage. Let's leave it at that. I had to walk to Pulborough with all of my orders from being away for a week and all my members club stuff, and it was hot. I was stressed. There were a few heated words and I was a bit of a, wasn't in the best mood on Monday. Then I had to go to Tesco's to get some food because I'm back doing the kind of plan, and I wanted to stick with it and not have to eat like white bread and pasta and things like that. I had white bread for the B&Bs and I didn't want to have like I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to stick to the plan, but I needed to go to Tesco's and there was only one checkout. Bear with me, this story, you'll laugh at the end. There was only one checkout open. There were 3 members of staff off sick, so I had to queue for like 30 minutes. It was already not a brilliant day, so that wasn't ideal. But anyway, I queued, I left. But while I was queuing, I bumped into a really old dear friend. We had babies at the same time. Her daughter is like a day or 2 days older than Archie. And I just love her to pieces. And she said, Charlie, why aren't you doing the quick scan? And I was like, well, I do the quick scan in Waitrose, but I've never done it here in Tesco's. And she was like, well, why on earth not? Because you're stuck in that queue and I'm out of here. And she laughed at me. We laughed. We had a giggle. And when I went the following day to do the big food shop, which I was planning on doing on Monday, but I didn't have time because I didn't have a car, I went back and I was like, I'm going to do the quick scan. And Charlie, my friend Charlie, who you met yesterday, he had set me up for the quick scan a few years ago. And I was like, I'm just going to scan my club card and see what happens. And it gave me a handset. And so I just did the quick scan. Oh my goodness, like why? Why haven't I done it before? I get set in my ways and I get set like in habit just to do my shop and stand at the checkout and do that just each time. Whereas you can just do the quick scan and be out of there in a flash. Why haven't I done that sooner? I don't know. I think the reason why I haven't is I actually really love the staff in our local Tesco's and I like having a chat with them at the checkout. But I don't always have time to queue and have a chat. So the quick scan, I think, is the way forward. But it was just so funny. And when Charlie came yesterday, I was like, you're not going to believe it, but I did the quick scan that you set me up with a couple of years ago and it was revolutionary. It was so quick. I was in and out in a flash. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that funny story with you. I'm going back to Tesco's right now to do the quick scan to get the food for day 2. I knew that I didn't have the fridge space or actually the head space to do it all in one go. I know that might sound silly, but Charlie and I sat down yesterday. We went through exactly what is on their menu and worked out exactly what I needed, whereas I could only do that for the sausage rolls and the quiches the day before. I couldn't do it for the whole lot. My dyslexic brain only works on one level. Anyway, I must stop waffling because I have got a gazillion things to do and this could potentially be a really long vlog now. I don't know, we will see. Anyway, chat to you later. So day 2 of the cooking was going pretty well, and then I got that dreaded phone call from school and Gus is okay, but he had a nasty fall downstairs and he has broken his wrist and he's hurt his ribs and he's hurt his knee and he's quite sore and quite shaken up, understandably. So Si actually he was in the car driving sort of ish in the right direction, and I said, right, quick, diversion, you go and pick up Gus, I'll meet you at A&E. And then, yeah, so we were going to watch his cricket, but it didn't happen, poor boy. Poor boy, so he is feeling quite sore and is currently relaxing in our bed with an iPad in plaster, and like old-fashioned plaster too. We're being referred to the fracture clinic and we will see. We will see what's happened, and how long and timing and stuff. So I don't know at the moment. And it's such a shame because he's in the middle of his common entrance exams. And then as from next week, it's fun, loads of fun activities until the end of term, until he leaves. And he was like, Mummy, I've waited 7 years for these last few weeks of school and I'm not going to be able to enjoy them, which is pretty miserable for him. But Coco and I have escaped and come for a ride. So Santana is officially off her holiday and there she is. She needs a jolly good bath. But I've just got her saddle back. I picked that up yesterday from the saddler. And Coke said to me when she got home, can we go for a ride? And I thought, yeah, do you know what we should? I should be doing a bit of prep for tomorrow. But it's fine. This is more important, to go out for a ride with her. There's a car coming, so I will chat to you in a mo. So after a busy couple of days in the kitchen, and then a stint in A&E, and actually we were seen pretty quickly, so it wasn't too painful. It could have been a lot worse. It's lovely to be out having a little early evening potter up the road with my daughter. I'm going to enjoy chatting to her and I'll chat to you tomorrow now. Tomorrow I'm heading out to London relatively early for this catering job, which I'm feeling there's a lot of relatives here, relatively under control about. I've got a little bit of prep work to do, but not too much, it's fine. I know what I need to do and I need to just write a list, but I feel quite under control. So I'm here in London. I'm in Littleton Chambers and just doing my lunch. I've just taken all the food out. I'm just going to prep a little bit more so I'm ready to top up. My lovely friend Zoe has come with me. I didn't have time to chat to you at home this morning before leaving because I was sorting Gus out. He's okay. He slept quite well. Si's there with him, looking after him, working from home today. But yes, it's always quite nerve-wracking when you haven't done an event for a little while. And sorry, I'm whispering because I don't want anyone to hear me. It's always quite nerve-wracking when you haven't done an event for a little while. But I'm going to do a bit more chopping and then we'll be done. I just want to quickly capture. I'm back from London, a little bit tired, but very happy. It was such a lovely day. If you ever get the chance to go to Inner Temple and Middle Temple, wow, it is unbelievable. After the lunch, Olivia, who was organising the event, said to Charlie, would you like to have a look round? And she took Zoe and I, so Zoe, my lovely friend who came to help me, gosh, she was amazing. And it was just lovely to have her company. And Olivia took us for a wander around the gardens, and I'm going to share it with you now because it was just dreamy. Inner Temple Gardens are amazing. And then we went into Temple Church. Temple Church has 800 years of history. It goes back to the Crusades. It is, if you ever get the opportunity to visit Temple Church or Temple Gardens, do it because it is phenomenal. It was just breathtaking. The gardens are magical. They had little chalkboards everywhere, not everywhere, but you know, discreetly put about, you know, the bees, and there's a little library that you could go and take a book and sit and just read. There's a beautiful greenhouse. It just is the most amazing little oasis in the centre of London. And then just wandering around the church and seeing the beauty and the history. I definitely want to take Gus up there. He will absolutely love it. He's doing well. I've just closed the door on him. He's in there watching TV. He's had a good day with Si and has requested pancakes for supper. So I'm about to make some pancakes, which actually is quite an easy option. Sorry, Tess is pottering around. You can hear little footsteps. But it was just a really, really lovely day. And yeah, I'm very happy to be home. I have a quiet day. I've got a meeting at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and then it's going to be just a quiet day. In fact, well, I say quiet day. It's housework, laundry, sorting, because I haven't really done very much of that since we got back from our wonderful holiday. I did just want to share this with you. We gave Gus his birthday present. Do you remember, if you're a regular, you'll remember I went up to London with some pictures to have them framed at Alec Drew, the picture framers. And this is one of Gus's birthday presents. Simon's father was the most talented man. He's a music composer, an artist, a calligrapher, and this is one of his. Whose move is it? And this was actually for a house move, but he's done a play on words with the chess pieces. Gussie is a very keen chess player, and we had that framed for his bedroom. I just think it's lovely, and it's lovely for him to have a little bit of his grandfather. Archie's got a few works of art that we had framed from Simon's dad in his bedroom, so Gus has now got that. And I had this poster framed. Now, a lovely Joe, who I met via Ask Charlie, sent me this picture ages ago. Hang on a sec. Back with you. I'm back talking to you about this. So my lovely friend Joe sent me this picture, and I managed to track it down. It's a poster. I just want to work in my garden and hang out with my chickens. I just thought that was so lovely. So I had it framed in a beautiful dark blue, which I'm looking forward to hanging. So those are two new pictures, which, when did I take them? Was it this year, or was it before Christmas? I know I took a picture, it could have been before Christmas. I can't remember. Anyway, it was a while ago. But I'm going to say au revoir. I will see you next week. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, if you are new to my channel, please hit subscribe. Please ring the bell to be notified of my weekly videos. If you've got to the end of this vlog, write temple in the comments down below. And if you get the chance to ever go to Temple Church, it is one of the most beautiful churches in London, and it's got 800 years of history. It is absolutely stunning. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week, and in the meantime, lots of love.